Shall we start at the beginning? November the 22nd, 1982, born in Benin City in Nigeria. Just give us a flavour of what your early life was like, childhood memories. Doesn't have to be football.
Yeah, growing up in Benin City, where my mom and my dad, they still lived there with 6 brothers and a sister. I'm the only one that played football, like I said always, growing up where you play in the streets with no football shoes at the end. I was lucky enough to buy my own shoes and then buy my own kids' shoes now, It's quite tough, everyone that grows in Africa, they always have so many histories about growing up, about their life, what they've been going through, and the desire is there, when you go through this thing, then you're playing football now, you have to give everything, it's like it's your dream, you have to give everything, 100% everything you want to play. You want to give back, you want to please your family, you want to take them out of the situation they're living at that time, And I finished secondary school, I said, you know what, I don't want to move to another, go to university, then I want to play football. And I remember my dad was like, oh, you need to go to school, you need to do this, what do you want to do? Or you go and get some handwork to do. I was like, football is my passion. This is where I want to do, it's my job. Initially, he didn't buy to that idea in the first place. But as soon as I started playing and then I get invited to the Nigeria national team, and I went from my city, I played in the amateur league in Nigeria called Okumu FC. From there, they start to see the dream, and they start to see the most of the hard work I've been putting, making them proud, and got a call to play for the Nigeria Olympic team. And it's so funny, where I live, sometimes when they see me with my forward bag and when I leave, they never knew what I was doing, They just see me with the forward bag going out, coming back late, maybe like after 3 or 4 hours after training in the academy where I used to play. When I came back, I was like, wow, so you play football. We saw you in TV 2 days ago,
So they didn't know you were really a good footballer, and then they saw you on telly playing for the country?
Yeah, and they saw me playing for the country, like, oh, we saw you. The atmosphere, everything just changed. They started like, wow, we didn't know you play, because they see me with my forward bag, go out for training, see me play in the street.
Yeah.
They never knew it would become big to play for Nigeria national team. Then from there I moved to Lagos. From Lagos was there, played 4 months, and I traveled to Israel. So
your earliest football memories, because you mentioned already like playing in the street without any football shoes, without any boots.
Yeah.
So your very earliest kickabouts, games of football, what would they be? They would be in the street, no boots, with friends. Is that an accurate picture?
It's a funny story, Sometimes I have a friend who lives in Italy, we all played together. He retired already. We always talk about my first time wearing shoes. I never wear shoes, I always use my barefoot to play. Even in the academy back there where I was growing up in Benin, so we had this game we were playing, and they gave me football shoes to wear. As soon as I use it, less than 3 minutes, I'm telling you, took it off. I was like, put it at the side. I couldn't play it because I never used shoes.
So what was the problem with the boots? Why? Did you touch worse, or you weren't?
I couldn't control properly, and it was heavy. It was heavy. It was heavy in my foot. Like, you know what? Let me use it. And the ground was so really, really hard. There was no grass. Like proper.
It's not stoggy grass like England.
No, yeah. It was no grass. And I played. And I was the best player. And then they start to call me, like the best player without no shoes. Everyone's making a joke, From that day, then I started using it to train, to get used to it, because I never wear shoes, football shoes to play. I just use my barefoot to play.
So you mentioned it already. You went to Maccabi Haifa. Was that a real big moment in your life? Firstly, must have been really tough because you're a teenager moving very far from home. but also there was one particular run you had in the Champions League where you scored plenty of goals. You scored against Manchester United. Was that a big moment in maybe making the world, or certainly the Premier League, wake up to the talent you had?
Yeah, I think so. It brings everything, because in the Champions League, everywhere in the world, they all watch Champions League, And I remember I wasn't made to be in that Champions League, because I was planning, I've already signed for Derby.
You didn't get a work permit, is that right?
I didn't get it. So the Maccabi they rang me. I was staying in London. You're like, you know what? You have to fly down first thing tomorrow morning. Get to Tel Aviv. We have to register you for the Champions League. So from there, I flew down to Israel and signed the Champions League contract. I wasn't happy to go back.
No, it's one of them, isn't it? It seems like a really terrible moment,
Yeah.
but actually it ended up being a great moment for you.
It's like going back there, came back there, then we have a playoff in, I think, Bulgaria. So there's a game in Bulgaria, I have to fly all the way to Bulgaria to play, then I scored 2 goals there, We got the chance ticket to play in the championship group stage now, which then was history, playing against those teams, then the Olympiacos, Man United, It was something special, It brings everything, Then everyone started know who is this guy, and then came back to Israel with my agent and Harry. Because I never had a clue about Portsmouth. It was my agent. It was like, there's a club called Portsmouth. I was like, Portsmouth. I didn't even go to the internet to check, but I came down to Portsmouth. It was on loan for 6 months.
So this is January 2003, yeah?
Yeah. I came down to Portsmouth and I trained. The first training session was quite intensive, because coming back from Israel is all about the possession and championship, First, second ball, you have to win the first or second ball, put the ball in the channel,
So, within a few months, you won promotion, which I guess must have been an incredible thing to be part of. And then the Premier League, laying wait. Do you know why your first Premier League goal is such a special goal?
From Portsmouth?
Yeah. It's to do with where it was.
From the left side.
So your first Premier League goal was at the Etihad?
Yeah, Premiership goal from the Etihad,
yeah. So that was the first ever Premier League goal scored at that stadium?
From that day, when I scored, it gave me confidence and I believe I can score goals in the Premier League, Championship is quite different. The Premier League is quite really, really tough where you have too many experience and clever best of the best, in the defence.
I need to check a story with you because I'm sure this has been put to you before, but Harry Redknapp talks a lot about the final game of that first season for you in the Premier League. You beat Middlesbrough 5-1, you scored 4 goals, but apparently you were sat in the changing room not so happy at the end of that match. Can you tell people why?
Because I was sad because we had a bet, before the season starts, Todorov, the other striker, got injured. He pulled me aside. He was like, Yak, you're playing at the weekend, Harry, so he loves to speak and his mouth is too sweet when he speaks, They were like, listen, how many goals you think you're gonna score this season? I was like, I know I'm gonna score goals. He was like, can you get 20 goals? I said, yeah, I'll get you a 20. Then I was like, if you get me a 20, for sure, I'm gonna give you 20 grand from my own pocket if you get me 20 goals. I was like, sure, D. Then we started playing and the season started, scored some goals, then I got to the final, last game, then I scored 4, we won, then I came to the dressing room, I was thinking already I was close, I was still pushing to try and get another one to make it 5 because of the betting we agreed already. Then it ended and I came back to the dressing room. I took my shoes and I was a little bit like, it's like I was happy for the goals, but inside me I was like upset, like I should have made 20 grand now from from the gaffer.
So the 4 goals took you to 19, you were 1 short.
Yeah, and it was like, yeah, what's going on? Why are you why are you there? You should have been buzzing, like you score goals. I said, yeah, but we had a bet. If I can get to 20 goals, you gave me 20 grand from your own pocket. It was like, oh, I didn't realize that. Forget about it. I should have sold you a long time ago. He said me scoring 4 goals was special, in the Premier League, but I was still thinking about the 20 grand. I was planning for holiday already in America, I just want to go to America, just had a great time and go back to Nigeria and then chill. But I lost it. But why every player wants to play? Every player wants to play for him because of the man management is really, really good. He wants to make everyone happy, So it was great memory with him.
I want to fast forward now to your first season at Middlesbrough. That's incredible firepower in that team, isn't it? Hasselbank, Viduka, Yakubu. You're not going to have too many games where you don't score.
Yeah, we have another striker, Massimo Macaroni, the Italian one, yes. So it's all about, for me as a striker, if you don't score goals, you don't play. When you look at the teams back then, we have like 4 strikers. We got 4 strikers in the team, I always knew inside me, Viduka is unbelievable. Hasselbank, it's different, but he played in Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, he's another leader in the team with big personality. When you don't play, you see, even in training, he always wants to smash me too, It's normal because he wants to play.
Really? Okay.
He always, when you don't give him the ball, you like, pass me the ball, pass me the ball. So when you don't play, but you have to. Whenever I played, I want to take my chances because I know there's 3 other guys there ready. And when you play well and you score goals, it's hard for the manager to take you out. But inside me, I always think I was better than them. I respect them, they're massive, massive players, but inside me, I was like, I'm better than this guy. So I have to go inside and give in everything. I have to be the number 1. That's the motivation I have.
So how do you reflect on your time at Everton?
We just bond. When I came into the team, it's like I've been there for years, because I've played against them for more than twice or 3 or 4 times, So I've known these guys, I've played against them. Then to be with the team is different from where you never played against them. You're coming over from abroad and meeting new people. But it's tough, when you move to another club. You have to understand the way they play and you have to build a bond. It was something special,
During the main part of your career, Portsmouth, Middlesbrough, Everton, you probably had Blackburn as well, where you had a terrific season. You were a fan favourite at all of those places. What was it, do you think, that seemed to give you a special connection with the supporters wherever you went?
Maybe because I'm a lovely guy.
You are a lovely guy, I can vouch for you on that.
No, really, wherever I go, the team, even from Maccabi, I swear, even when I go there, whenever I go there, I still got that love from the fans, They, like I said, they make me feel at home, Maybe the way I play, the way scoring goals, giving them joy, going back home, It's not all about play off field, the way you interact with the fans, It was special, and it made me, wherever I go, whatever I want to do in pitch, I want to give everything, And I hate seeing fans booing players. So, like I said, I don't want to be the one to the players, the fans to be booed. No, I want to give them something. They spend money, buy a ticket with their time watching us, giving them entertainment every weekend and weekend. Why not give them, let them go home? I just want to enjoy and give everything. And I'm so lucky to have been with these fans, wherever I played, the love is there.
When did the chant begin? When did the Feed the Yak thing start? Was that at Everton, or do you remember the first time you heard it?
I think it's from Harry, yeah?
Was it?
I did.
that
No,
early?
from Everton. He came in from Everton, yeah. Yeah. But it was Harry that started this yak because I remember when I came in, it was like, Yakubu Ayegbeni. I was like, can I call you Yak? I was like, yeah. It's like, call you Yak. From there, everyone started calling me Yak. So, and back to Everton, like, feed the Yak and he will score. You know, the fight is just...
True.
Everything
You did.
everything just changed, you know. The same with Blackburn Rovers when I signed there, you know, we're struggling for relegation, and the manager, I remember, he was like, Steve King, he was like, just feed him. He will score. It's the best time of his life. Give him, he will score goals. And I did, scoring 70 goals, and at the end, it's so crazy that at the end, scoring 17 goals in the Premier League, still go down, which it never happens. I don't know. Scoring 17 still went down.
It's crazy, yeah.
It's crazy, you know, but it was lovely.
When we look back at the leading African goal scorers in the Premier League, it reads in in order from top to bottom: Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Didier Drogba, Adebayor, and then fifth on that list is Yakubu.
Not
You're
bad,
also
no?
the leading scoring Nigerian
Yeah.
in Premier League history. What does that mean to you? That really shows you made a mark in this country. You made a mark in the Premier League.
Oh, it's massive when you mention this name, you know, Adebayor, then Mo Salah, then Sadio Mane, then Didier. To be in that list, you know, it's unbelievable. Scoring goals in one of the best league in the world, Premier League, to be top 5 in that league, and the highest Nigeria striker. Record means to be broken, but to be in that list and to score goals, it's an honor. Premier League is so difficult to score goals. You see many players, they struggle to score goals here because it's a hard league. You have to get used to it. To be in that set of players, it's an honor. It makes me feel proud of myself.
And when you think back to kind of the way we started the interview, the boy with no shoes, tough upbringing, tough place, and you end up with 95 Premier League goals, retire at 35. Do you feel really fulfilled, really sort of proud of what you achieved?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I'm very proud of it, you know, scoring 95 goals, you know, in the Premier League. I've seen so many players, you know, scoring 100 goals in the Premier League. Is honor. But I didn't have that chances to do it that 10 because I was injured. So I wish I didn't get injured for 11 months. I think it's 5 goals more to become 100. I'm not greedy. I'm happy. I'm honored. I'm pleased. Like very pleased with myself. You know, I've scored that 95 goals. It's one of the tough league in the world. You know, it's an honor to play a boy from Benin, scoring 95 goals in the Premier League, and I'm very grateful.
It was really pleased to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.